I'm exhausted, people. I'm exhausted. I need a vacation. These services can be instated. Yes, galing sa tip ko. Sexy. My dad would read this to me, but I would be so embarrassed. Like this, because like, look at her demeanor going to the bus. How much is the app worth? How much is this system worth? This isn't just to get to the hospital or groceries because you're an old lady who's tired. So much fun. So much fun. Anyways, now you can also. Yeah, I'm just what is it? A person on the planet. You can also, thanks to me, pay for your ride with credit cards, debit cards. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, se separaron. I knew that would happen. That's why I keep talking. And they might have not even wanted to make that much. And one of my primas sucked dick instead of legally to make that happen. And then that happens to me the other way around. I don't think they're getting money. It was messed up like everything. Oh, introducing the was Trinidad and Tobago, no viajen allí terroristas. I read that earlier. What else? What else? What else? What else? What is it that I read on Metro PR? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I can't remember what it is. Did I take a screenshot? Maybe not. What else? What else? What else? What else? It is. And I'm like, does this thing through? But then I'm like, she may be from the perspective como yo estoy harta de escuchar de mi maldita pobreza. So I didn't comment on that. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored right now. So, what is it? What else? What else? Anyway, so my support system that would never say Viana's uncle. Jaden was in a bus with me last year. We headed from the east side to Center Library and then back to Central Market. He bought the ticket with his phone and used the app. Jane and Kimani, I so horror babies. though, there are some rape babies that think highly of themselves, and that needs to be respected. That needs to be respected. I need money for food. What else needs to be much? They are ready, possibly. That's why they killed my mother. Because they are ready. Possibly invaded my privacy and went through my panty drawer several times or my basket, my laundry basket, took pictures trying to torment me behind the scenes. And they'll be like, our Leah's sisters. They're always covering shit with more shit. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I want to ride the link downtown. There's the Kimto. I don't know which areas it'll cover. However, there's the Kimto. There's Luna Rosa. In Southtown, there's Ola. There used to be Dorcho. What else? What else? Oh, they know Katie Leon, those leeches now. I met them decades ago. Ew. I don't let hyenas laughing at me, so I don't get close. I wasn't there selling my where I'm like, this isn't gonna work, but to the FBI, it is proof that at least I tried. Then Cyrus was there. That really, ew. Katie said, Mama, so good into Florida. Ew. Did it say when it starts? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, what else? So, we're shopping mushroom tomorrow. So, basically, what he did is terrorize the FBI. His dad trafficked me and a girl into San Antonio. And he couldn't rape me because it's el pene que es tillazo, que no deja ni una cocinar tranquila si una se muda sola y entonces violaría a una y se quema la comida. Y una no quiere tener relaciones sexuales con él. Have you heard about pene que es tija? Fo, qué asco da este tipo tratando de violarme. Se cree que tiene rights over my vagina todavía 20 something years after. So decades ago, what he went on was to rape people all over town. So that he thinks he has the excuse to tell the cops, oh, I can't give Arlene her money back or let Arlene have money porque then Arlene will be around everyone that is his significant other. I look at me with this one. Mi amor, buenos días. ¿Verdad que parezco que tengo novia? He still does that? He spelled out a hate crime towards me decades ago. El tipo es un puerco. El tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate Benjamin Soto's systems that rape me, steal my money, and get in the way of your secret. Is his name Leech? Putrefacto. Andrew Albert, whatever, Suarez, que carajo me tiene que importar a mí. To me, Benjamin is hitless. All the other ones are not. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyway, I want to write this song. Oh, Pitbull, estar en concierto. Can you head to the hemispheres now? You can decapitate Katie Leon. La tipa es una puta. Don't forget your walker. She mocked me decades ago that I would have a walker by now. El tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. Ew. Él le llama matrimonio a eso. I could have killed Katie Leon at the VX at MacDill Air Force Base. However, I couldn't remember why I felt like I just wanted to feel her right there. The song that held me back. I'm naturally non-violent too. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Él se monta en cualquier tren, perrea con cualquier bellaca, and then he would bring them to me and be like, "This is my spouse." I mean, please get this off my dick. I have friends who come over me. They're like 15. Whatever. Dreams. Whether female or male. Of a French man coming or 15 coming over her. Is what people joke about Puerto Rico. Wow. Wow. ¿Cuánto dinero mi madre? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? My mother told me I could. My daddy. No. My daddy did too. And look at me. I'm shining. How pretty. Leanne. Way before my birthday. Then. When was that? When was that? Wow, sí se puede. What else? Oh, wow. Oh, the cutting more instead of jerking off to my image. And I realizing this is too many. That's why her parents tried to kill her before she's like, oh, everyone is around. What? Wow, no, so it's so pretty. How cute. Saving this so I can watch it later. What else? What else? What else? That is so relatable. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, what is it? Central Market 2 Villa Taitos. There's 209 that runs past 9. Ten 50. Oh, it's walking. Gone out of work. I have time. You can decapitate a main source of sunset, breaking the seal and letting get me get They're doing like a physical thing. And then la hooker, so mamá, la hooker showing that it's just ¿quién carajo le es? Como ellos like go on saying like hookers exist like for real like that sense is so low level intelligence. The fact that they're like wow está en low life y me lo mama. It's like wow there's no intelligence in that brain. Wow. What else? I'm so bored. What else? 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 10:57, heading downtown to downtown Mobile. And this place closes at 10, so I'm fine. Oh, stressing out. This is so good. So, there's Beyond Lake downtown. I have a walker. I understand nutrition and that exhaustion of dyspnea, tachycardia, anxiety es o las liches que quieren que yo no vea a Esteban, que me roban mi dinero para ella mamárselo a Esteban. Y Esteban que está un puerco, so I'm just like this because it's a pretty body. Y esta gente mataron más de 18 millones de personas, posiblemente mamándoselo a Esteban, tratando de matárselo, tratando de mamárselo a Esteban. What else? In the meantime, this is me every day. So back to this because I understand nutrition. I recover quickly from the diagnostic by drinking water, being patient, not exalting myself, and go on to run a marathon just to prove that I'm alive. What else? Very much low salt intake through life, but mostly those days because if one is dehydrated, one doesn't want to be eating a lot of salt. It took me like 2 months maybe to recover. Awesome. There's no electricity in my apartment. I have food stamps and towels. That is very right. Where is Butch? Did my dad already have me record this decades ago? Where's Flash and Kwang? Because my dad would be like, and my mom would be like, if you were culpable de todo lo malo que le pasa a la gente, hubiera filas de gente trying to get to you to complain. What else? What else? So the disparity that my electricity bills past due, and I have food stamps because the government does not forget about people. The government runs smoothly. It's lichi embarrassment que quieren tener más del Lorenzo en él. ¿Qué matan todavía? For real. For real. Like, nunca mejoraron. Wow. My food stamps, I can log into the through. What else? What else? I can't log into the food stamps website through my phone. It says wrong password. It's not the first time that's done that. And the password is correct. When I enter on my laptop, I would try that. I don't have an FYI if you're on that website or using that system. There's that glitch. What else? No behind the scenes when I say the word glitch. Ese que é sapiosexual phone. and goes on getting my vagina picture that I stole from David Ledesma. Jorge Aviles, like, you raped me, but I'm still intact. And that baby isn't yours. And it was vaginal, yes. What else? What else? What else? So there's some keywords in sex trafficking that if one says, then they're like, I have all the videos that I took of her when I raped her. And he wanted to celebrate our anniversary. He wants to choke off his balls. What is the low life que celebra un aniversario conmigo y no tienen ninguna relación? For real, just para entrar a un restaurante, gente, lo que hace la gente puerca, nada más por entrar a un restaurante. Oh, oh, ew, por si no viste la foto. Y Kairi viste hablar de mí. I haven't taken myself there, but I couldn't decide. I'm like dating Kelani, like the perfect conversation. And I'm like, if I'm cleaning the house, I can do it. So that's why I haven't been there. But I received messages to my website, arlenelorenzoart.com, from una tal Jess Ramirez, que iban para escribir y que hablar de mí. Ok, qué perdido de tiempo. So he went to his highest investor, always. And said Arlene doesn't like it when people talk about her. Dame el dinero a mí para mí entonces. She does that. Oh. What else? Enter the wrong password. Anyways. What else? Taco stamps until August. Oh, he wants to tell me how with this storyline, Katie Leon lying about her starving, she was able to get money because her family possibly doesn't steal. So everyone around her possibly goes, oh my God, there's Katie Leon, Katie Rodriguez. We must give her some money. This is my second cousin that steals from me. A terrorist. Un poco más conmigo de la barriga de mi madre. And he wants to brag that their families where people don't steal from each other. As if he's never stolen from me. Ew. Oh. What else? Did I take the picture or not? Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate Katie Leon. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and sus sons. La tipa tan brutal. Se ponen siempre mismo, ya mi prima me veía advertido que si son liches o a veces no les gusta comprar traje para salir. O él le recomendó que se pusiera siempre el mismo traje, so la gente la reconozca por si yo la mato, pero yo la puedo matar en self-defense si yo quiero. So el traje no hace diferencia. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? There's people that go through life. It's like, rest your heart, bitch. Whatever. That's not in my brain. It's ingrained in me to want to kill whoever steals from me to that level and disrespects me straight to my face. I don't know. So the government, I did it to the government. I didn't kill my mother. Look at these leeches behind the scenes. Oh, es como ellas quieren los últimos tenis que están a la moda. They're like, ya ese screenshot es viejo. Y ella todavía diciendo que yo maté a la madre, ese screenshot es viejo. Ya en 5 años yo le he mamado a Andrew el pene ayer y ella no tiene ese screenshot. Y le robé el dinero en la casa de ella. Y ella no tiene ese screenshot. Ya ese screenshot que ella tiene es tan viejo. Es tan viejo. Así se la pasan hablando todavía. Oh. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, my apartment's image clean. You can give me money in person through PayPal. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo- I don't think I ever ate in their home. But people didn't know si la madre de él le tomó cocinar 5 horas. Realmente tomó a cocinar bien. Si él está en la casa presente o llamándola, poniendo la vida ahora por Instagram. So people are like, I don't want Instagram. Then Andrew Leash me va a estar recordando todos los días lo que yo no quiero hacer. O porque me odia. For real. Anyways, I'm so bored. I have not thought about these people more than 20 years. Only when I'm in a city and I see a brand new sports car and I look from the like seriously, Lich, that could be my car. I'm not aware of it. Takes it every single time, no falla. No falla. Did I stop breathing? I don't say anything to Edgar either. I have home on Bishop Boulevard that he throws parties in and it's not even his, it's only mine. Possibly. Okay. What? Oh, my baby daddy was driving the. Yeah, quizás se recuerda, pero doesn't want to remind me of Lichi trying to rape me still. So I'm like, I want to enter one of these and see what they have inside, but like more than that. Or is it on the opposite side? Where is that? Where the rich people live? It's very much woodsy. Where is that? I've driven past there. What else? Oh, it's on that side. Oh, it leads right into International Plaza. So there's McDill Air Force Base, and towards the left, there's an area, isn't there? That there's housing there. And if one continues straight up, there's yeah. My apologies to Joe. I wasn't trying. Yeah, I couldn't decide why I wanted to kill her. Have someone call the cops on me. Some guy that I met. What else? What else? What else? Did get my video in. Anyways, what else? So I'm just trying to remember if I have a home in Tampa or not. I don't have electricity in my phone right now. That also. I'm actually stressed because I'm never here this late and I don't want to miss the bus. I don't have money for an Uber ride, and I don't ask people for rides ever. Anyways, my apologies to Joel. I wasn't going to skip. So I took a picture of his car, sent it to him. I'm like, I'm in your parking lot. But I had Katie Leon in my vehicle, so I'm like, I'm gonna kill her. But where do I dump the body? So I thought I really don't want to do that. I want to turn her into the police. And I couldn't remember all the details of why. It is that I'm killing Katie Leon and self-defense today. That's like a goal, like hobby. Yeah, it's like. Anyways, what else? So those leeches that I grew up around, I'm like my prima went. One of my relatives had a leash decades ago, and they have Joel hostage of like we must find out what Arlene knows about you. Y violaron a Joel that I found both on Tinder, and it wasn't plenty of fish. Possibly it was plenty of fish. So I'm like, look at that, I matched with this guy. And then he turned out to be someone that wasn't what looked on the pictures. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, that's it. That's all the apologies I need to people. Okay, so I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, this one. I don't know if he thought I was stalking him after that day. What else? 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 I'm bored. You can decapitate la leech. Benjamín Suárez Lorenzo me va a darme un polvo esta vida. Que voy a tener que cocinar más de 29 arepas si me piden. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. What did I read from Facebook the other day too? Something else. What was it? Oh, it's time to start posting your random thoughts as yourself. Like random thoughts are linked. Random, not your thoughts. What else? 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 I'm so bored. I'm so bored. That's a pretty awesome. Anyways, I need to get to the bus stop. What else? What else? You can decapitate Katie Leon. That stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and assistants directly. Just steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money and then go on raping people. To mock me that all I did in my past 44 years was be surrounded by people I consider ugly and not hot people that I would like to fuck. I would have killed myself if he mocks me that me from Lorenzo and I were Facebook friends. Because I don't find her attractive at all. So I thought these leeches had rehabilitated themselves. That I'm still poor. So What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What he thinks is like she added Evelyn's tribe onto Facebook. Not really. That's not a tribe. They're all leeches. Rape doesn't exist in my world. This leech is so disgusting. Ew. You can then have it. Carolina Chavez. That steals my money, stays in my homes without my permission, drives my vehicles without my permission, and gets in the way of me receiving money and suggested that I get a job. Starving out of outfit, I'm money for food. I'm a mother too. Of Jada and Kehlani, that's a priority to me. There's other people that can lay down the house. But for there's other people that can, one can't say that where I grew up without them getting mad. That's why to launch a VIA link service, they make me suffer so that I'm not like introducing my new person and VIA. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? In the meantime, some people say que hay tanta cuero there. That's so depressing for one to find out later after one got on a VIA ride de que la leech lo que hace es robar. And now I feel dirty. Oh, that's your problem. What is this? What is that? Zero people are watching. Zero like this one. Anyways, and they have they're almost dying without having tried. Some people die without ever trying McDonald's. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I miss Jada, I miss Kehlani. I wonder if Acre's having Jaden flip those microgreens into stocks that turn into dividends, profits. We got on the energy to do that. Okay. Look, I've been trying to. Jaden's 19, Kehlani's 15. And este plato de arroz me ha tomado cocinarlo 27 horas y era solamente arroz. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. Hopefully he didn't go on to live life and then say like, how much can I buy her for with money that he steals from me? Ew, ew, ew! I heard it all while growing up. Ew, ew, ew. Anyway, Netflix. The zero is so good. Anyways, there's Lalich that learned to say decades ago, ew. If Central Market didn't exist, she would still be in South Florida. They wouldn't have spent $30 on dinner. It made him poor at home couldn't afford her. Rice and beans were very much expensive. What else? What else? He's trying to kill me because my mother didn't give me a lifestyle, so he's afraid that even as a one-time fuck, I would be like, I want like so much. It's like I don't have that. We don't have that. In sales of artwork. But what he needed to be is honest and be like, the artwork sold for this, like that. That easy. Pero él no sabe hablar bien. And posiblemente me va a decir, so my artwork with you sold for this con mi hermano. Se vendió por más. What else? What else? What else? What else? And the touch. And the touch. What else? What else? What else? What else? What? I'll be right through my girl. Oh, I need to buy a mask. I shall start walking towards the bus stop.